friends. Uncle Marv here with another episode of the IT Business Podcast, the show for IT professionals and managed service providers, where we help you run your business better, smarter, and faster. And we are moving along here in the month of July. This is another vendor profile for the IT Nation Pitch It Accelerator program. They are getting deep into their boot camp, getting close to pitching for real. But before then, they come on these podcasts and we chat a little bit and get them a little bit of exposure. And I test them to see how they're doing. And coming to the stage now, a repeat from last year, Alex Markov and Strategy Overview. Alex, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? I'm excited to be back.
All right. So, you did it again.
We did it again. We've been so busy in the last year. It's like a blur since I feel like I blinked.
Yeah.
And a year's passed.
Okay. Well, let me ask probably the obvious question. What's different this year than from last year?
Oh, so many new things. I mean, we launched our IT Glue integration. So now the data is all really accessible. Hoodoo's coming next in like a couple months. But the IT Glue integration is live, which is beautiful. So a VCIO can be preparing for a QBR and they can see all the information right there on the assessment. Other major thing we launched is our AI engine. Her name is Arya. So she lives on an assessment now. So she can fill out your assessment based on what you have in IT Glue and the health standard for every item. So essentially, it's like, it's not 100% able to fill out the full assessment, but we're now a year into iterations. So we made a lot of progress in our golden formula and our overall perspective on it. So the release that just launched a week ago, you can now highlight the entire QBR and say, Arya, fill it out. So that is epic. You have to tweak it, prove it. You have to calibrate it a little bit, but in the next couple of releases is going to be on autopilot. So VCIOs would just get their QBRs filled out in their inbox, and then they have to approve, create their strategy, create their vision for the client, and then present it. Because I want MSPs to be focusing on delivering that strategic message and kind of quarterbacking initiatives and guiding them rather than answering silly billing questions and doing assessments and sending user lists around and all this other stuff.
Right. So if people didn't pull out what you guys do from that description, basically, from what I've seen out there, you guys are now being touted as the fastest and most flexible and easiest to use VCIO and QBR platform. How does that sound?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what we are.
All right. Now, you talked about some things you added, some other features. You guys have, let me scroll my page here because I got lost here, but you guys also have the asset warranty management features. You've got a 365 portal now, reporting, right?
Yep. So we have full MFA and license reporting. Our client portal got expanded, so it's 100% white labeled. So you can create almost like an MSP app that clients can log into, and then they can see all their Office licenses. They can see all their assets with full warranty updating, all their managed users, and then their IT plan. That's another big thing we launched in the last year is our IT plan module, which is essentially like Monday.com or Asana or Notion or Microsoft Project, but built into the app. So without the need of additional licenses, it lives on a report and you can create in your entire, like once you do the assessment, that was what we always shined at is our assessment engine is the fastest and most flexible. But now we have the plan. So you create the assessment and then you lay out the plan on top of that, which is, I love that component.
All right. Very nice. You talked about the assessment and the scoring there. Does Arya actually help with measuring that success, or is Arya just giving you, helpful hints about, hey, you're missing some assets here. Why don't you tweak this or things like that? Or
so she is just filling out the QBR, the assessment right now. And then she's a chat bot that lives in the app, and it's like an MSP bot that we trained. That was essentially our first proof of concept of building the engine and building a MSP-minded, VCIO, strategic planning-minded GPT, essentially, right? But now she's filling out the QBR, but she's in the background working on infusing her through all different areas of the app, creating a full IT plan, creating scopes of work, a lot of different things that we're implementing with AI that will save people a ton of time.
Very nice. Very nice. We should probably also let people know that this was actually born out of your MSP, which you are still doing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's run by 3 partners. I provide a lot of strategic guidance for the MSP. The MSP is essentially our perfect sandbox, right? It's a leading MSP in New York City area. So we service New York City, Westchester, Connecticut, New Jersey. And the MSP has been at it for 23 years. We're part of ConnectWise Evolve for many years. Now we're back as an Evolve sponsor this year. So I get to be back to all the times with all my friends from those days. And our MSP uses it every day.
Right.
We create our client strategy in the app, and so then our VCIOs get to report back the things that they need. Besides, today Strategy Overview is used by some of the biggest MSPs in the world, so they're very active in giving us feedback too.
All right. One thing I did not ask you last year when we talked about this, I didn't ask you much about the MSP, but Red Key Solutions.
Yes,
it's a weird little name. How'd you come up with that?
Good question. So originally we were, when I was younger, I was trying to think about a company name, right? And I had back in the day, you used to get clip art on CDs, right? Remember, you used to go to like a computer store, and there was no such thing as stock photography. If you needed pictures, you had to go to the store and you get like a clip art library.
Yep, buy the disc.
Right? Buy the disc. So I bought one that had like eight discs in it. It was a beautiful book, and it was like HD pictures. And I was trying to skim through it for inspirations on a company name, and I saw a big red pepper, and I said, "That's a nice one." Because originally I was we were doing website design, we were doing just any stuff. Just it was a kid in college doing tech, right? And I said, "Well, this is going to be a bold look, right?" And it just stuck. A friend of mine made a logo, and then I started taking on clients. So the problem was there was a Red Pepper. So we rebranded to Red Pepper Solutions, and then there was a Red Pepper Solutions in England, and we never actually owned the full domain.
Oh,
so we were merging with another IT company in 2009, and we said, okay, we need one where we have the domain. So we looked at all different, brainstormed a lot, and we kind of incorporated the original design theme of the company, because we were doing websites and IT, which we dropped the website stuff. And then key to success, a key plan, right? So that's how Red Key Solutions came about, and the domain was available.
Okay.
So that was our plan.
So I'm assuming back then you didn't think about the fact you could have been the Red Pill Solutions based off the Matrix movie.
No, no, I feel like also the color red, like I saw Verizon, Coca-Cola, England, America, like red is a strong color. So I guess if I had to, I don't know what I would do if I had to start another MSP name, because some of them are also kind of too generic at this point. I kind of like that it's a little different.
Yeah, that works. I mean, listen, if it gets people asking questions and intrigued, that's what you want, right?
Yes.
All right. So a lot of this, that you guys have done in Strategy Overview was born out of your MSP. How much feedback have you gotten now from other MSPs that have been using the platform? Are they giving you ideas, having you tweak stuff? And does that ever go against what you guys have been doing internally?
Some. I mean, if it's a good idea, we're very easy to adopt it, right? But we've gotten a ton of feedback. Everyone runs their QBRs a little bit differently too. So we give our template that we built out of the box. So it's one of the reasons the product is successful too, because people could just start their VCIO process kind of overnight. They can take everything that we've built up over the last 23 years and just copy it and just run with it. Including now some of our largest competitors use the product fully. So they just copied our entire VCIO process, which is fine, right? Because then they can evolve it for themselves. That's why the app is very flexible. Is everyone can kind of create their own exact QBR how they like it, and then we provide guidance on how to structure it better and how to make it smarter and cleaner. But yeah, we constantly taking feedback and constantly chatting with MSPs because there's a live chat in the app, so people can just submit any feedback or comments and thoughts.
And how much of a separation is there between VCIO, strategy, and QBR? Because in a lot of ways, some people will look at those each as a separate component, whereas some will say this, just do it all in one.
So good question. I think the VCIO component is being the IT quarterback, providing IT leadership. So that is key. The QBR component is just basically kind of like a snapshot in time. When you're doing an assessment, you're doing the review of everything, and then you're presenting the client with the report that now in our app, you can log in and see it live, so you don't even have to send a PDF. So like the older way to do it is you send a PDF. Now it's just a portal that people can log into, and it's fully 100% white labeled to the MSP. So the QBR is the snapshot in time, but the VCIO is what happens day in, day out, where VCIOs are really helping align their clients, the technology strategy to the client's business goals.
Right. When we talked last year, did we talk about the fact of because this is online in a portal, when you actually call up the client and, review stuff and we say, hey, let's go to the portal, was there the ability to make changes on the fly so that if we were talking about a project, you've got some server upgrades and stuff and you're looking at the price and the people are like, well, can we do this? I mean, was available last year as well?
We have a full presentation mode, which essentially is like a PowerPoint type mode.
Yep.
So we have three modes. We have build mode, where the MSP builds and crafts their QBR. Then there's presentation mode. And then there's display mode, which is how the PDF comes out. And it's like one big mega report.
Gotcha. And how far can somebody go on a free account?
So they can do 3 clients for free without integrations. So they can just kind of play around with the template. And then we have a really flexible pricing model. So it's $60 for a backer plan as of right now. I mean, if somebody watches this in a year from now, it might chip up a little bit. But essentially on the backer plan, they can do 5 companies, full featured. So they could put their top 5 clients in, $60 a month, no contracts, no commitments. They don't have to talk to sales. They just log on, register, get our entire template, and just start running it on their top 5 clients.
Gotcha. Okay. I wasn't asking you to go into price. I just wanted to know what people could do for free. So
yeah, I mean, the free, they can do 3 clients.
That's nice.
But without the integrations and without the branded portal, just because that takes a little more resources and stuff like that. And without like the warranty updating.
Gotcha.
But essentially the $60 plan, we call it the backer plan, is kind of free because for $60 a month, you get the warranty updating and then you get the full VCIO QBR. So if you actually use the app, it pays for itself just in the time savings and the fact that it generates projects.
Gotcha. All right. So Alex and I talked about this before the show, and I just happened to pull it up. Not that anybody needs to go back and listen to it, but we talked about you doing this again, and I was just going back and perusing when you were on the show last, and that show actually was published July 22nd of last year.
Cool.
And I was looking at the key takeaways. It was funny because it said unique template engine, where your engine allows MSPs to create customized reports and standardize processes efficiently. That sounds AI generated, doesn't it? All right. You guys feeling good about this year?
Feeling good, for sure. I think VCIO and QBR is still a major missing thing that a lot of MSPs are not doing right. There's a bunch of competitors and a bunch of platforms out there, but we speak to people from other platforms all day long, and they say ours is the best and the easiest to use for the people that switch over. The adoption rate of a lot of the other platforms is not great, and some of them are kind of convoluted and take way too long. So I think we're the cleanest and easiest platform on the market. It really, really is. So people should check it out and get the free account, play with it, chat with us, and run it on a client.
All right. Well, Alex, I think I've asked enough questions. I wanted to leave time for you to, hopefully this is your first official pitch. I know that you're in the middle of boot camp and stuff, but I wanted to give you guys a runway where you have 2 or 3 minutes to just practice the pitch. I know we talked about a lot of things, but I'm going to step aside now and let you have it. So go.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So Strategy Overview was built for our MSP. We built it initially to standardize our stack across all of our clients, because we all know as MSPs, you want to have standards. You want to deploy the same stuff, support the same stuff. So it gives you a process initially to do an assessment to make sure that all your clients' elements are aligned. If something's not aligned, you flag it, and then you add it to the roadmap and a budget. And then we expanded to make it into a full planning center, essentially for MSPs. Think about something that lives on top of projects, on top of opportunities. It's a place to plan out your client vision. And then we added a client portal to it, where now clients can log in and self-serve and get access to all key information they need. Because my dream is to free VCIOs, account managers, and MSP owners from doing a lot of these report gathering, assessment preparation, QBR tasks, when they should really be spending their time providing IT leadership for clients. So with each release, we are shaving hours and hours of every MSP that uses the product monthly. But with thousands of MSPs on the product, that's thousands of hours a year we're saving, a month we're saving. So my goal is to really free MSPs to be IT leaders for their clients and not be doing a lot of this stuff that they're doing today. So that's the pitch.
All right, there you go. Alex Markov, Strategic Overview, your platform for MSPs, IT departments to streamline your strategic planning, assessment, VCIO, QBRs, do them right.
Thank you, Marvin.
I was just thinking of what's that Holmes guy where he says, make it right? Is that?
Yeah.
All right. I went off way too far on that one, didn't I? All right, Alex, thank you very much. Good luck, and we will see you in Orlando. Hopefully you'll be on stage as one of the final 3.
I'm hoping.
If not, we'll still see you. Okay?
Yep. I'll see you around, Marvin. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate you.
All right,
good
folks.
To spend time with you.
Good to spend time with you. That's going to do it, folks, for this episode. Stay tuned for more of the vendor profiles from the Pitch It Accelerator Program for 2025. Catch everything else at itbusinesspodcast.com. That's it. See you soon. And until next time, holla.